Them flashing like paparazzi. Two words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bust town. This on that quiet storm. C-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, Big Ben Roethlisberger, and the Pittsburgh Steelers face off against Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. Charles, good matchup here. A couple of playoff teams from a season ago.
And just think about how the NFL works, partner. 8 teams that made the playoffs the year before didn't make it last season. So there's always going to be parity in this league, and guys have to be ready to go. Just because you made it the year before doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get back again.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by a man who's becoming an elder statesman among quarterbacks in the league, drafted back in 2004. It's Ben Roethlisberger.
And when you just sit and look at the raw numbers, you actually kick back and nod in appreciation about the career Ben Roethlisberger has had. Went over 50,000 passing yards last year, 8th all time. But what he wants more than anything, one more run at a Super Bowl where he's won twice previously.
First carry for James Conner. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
A big reason this team led the league in offense, their offensive line. Monster strength. 3 Pro Bowlers last year in Alejandro Villanueva, David DeCastro, and Marquise Pouncey. Kept their quarterbacks upright to throw it downfield and carved a lot of holes for their runners.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he'll go down at the 28. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
When you're drafted 12th overall, people expect big things out of you, and Sheldon Rankins can provide that. Big, strong, physical player, has excellent quickness, and is really good with his hands, keeping blockers off of him and allowing him to get upfield and into opposing backfields.
Here we go.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And he is met out of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And here's Lewis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. We get a good peek at a man in his 13th year at the controls of the Saints. In his 18th season overall, it's Drew Brees.
And to say that he knows every bit of the New Orleans offensive playbook, terminology, nuances, and creates a few of his own would actually be an understatement for Drew Brees. He makes everything go with that offense. It makes everyone around him better. Every time he takes a snap, there's a potential for a big play and a touchdown.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Double because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
Now Brees throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
And running back Mark Ingram is coming into his own as a runner in the NFL. Over 1,000 yards each the last 2 seasons. And now he's teaming with Alvin Kamara in a backfield where both of them can run the football effectively and both of them can catch it out of the backfield as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Ready? We're waiting.
Shotgun now for Brees. And that's complete. It's Watson. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready? Yellow waiting.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Pittsburgh Steelers, they are in a fight for the AFC North, a fight for their playoff lives. But if they find themselves playing in January, they might look back to that Week 15 win over New England as really the thing that got them over the top.
And remember, that stopped a 3-game losing streak. And when you talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers fighting for their lives to go to the playoffs, they fought in that game against New England, got off the deck, and they came out swinging and played really, really well. So if they go down, qualify for the playoffs, win the AFC North, and if they're dangerous, that will be the game. I agree with you totally.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. They run with Connor, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind He hits like a linebacker, and we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Connor. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On the stop there defensively, Tyler Davison.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Connor, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field on an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
The drive will start with Connor. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On second down, Roethlisberger. And that's complete to Jesse James. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Alex Okafor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
And the Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now Roethlisberger. James has got it. Complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
But when it all comes together and you get the field goal block that's been designed, that's been drawn up, everyone has to feel good about on that side of the ball. How about that one there? To the left side, knew what they had. That's where they wanted to be, and they got their designated guy turned free.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Ready. We're waiting.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Ready.
On second down, Ingram. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And just like that, it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Here we go.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB.
Ready. Yellow waiting. Yellow waiting.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Ready. We're waiting.
Breeze now on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn, and that'll bring up second down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Ready? You ready?
From the gun, it's Breeze. Smith catches left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On fourth down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this first quarter of play. 7-3 the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And the first play will be a field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Conner. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
they'll run it here. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's a former 1,000-yard rusher, Stephen Ridley. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
But it was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Roethlisberger will throw. And he finds McDonald. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go.
They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Hey, we got a second here. Let's go back to Week 15 following the win over Green Bay for Chicago. Happiness rained down on the field. The Bears claiming the NFC North title, but one Bear took his celebration to an extreme. I know you saw this.
Yes, I certainly did. Charles Leno Jr., left tackle for the Chicago Bears, got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend Jennifer. So not only celebrating an NFC North title, but now his proposal accepted by Jennifer, who will now be Mrs. Jennifer Leno Jr.? No Jr.
No Jr. By the way, smart move, because she's not going to say no in front of 60,000 people.
Well, I've seen it happen before. Not pretty, but not in this case.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Alvin Kamara really settling into the league in his 2nd season. And, of course, he came out of Tennessee, but not a lot of people remember he started at Alabama.
He did, and got caught in that big mix of running backs at Bama. And they like those bigger, thicker runners, those guys who can break down defenses through the middle. Alvin Kamara ended up leaving Alabama, going to a junior college for a while, maybe with the Hutchinson Junior College, before matriculating at Tennessee and finding his way to the NFL, where he is now a star.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady.
Breeze now. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
You know, the drag, that guy could be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady.
Breeze now on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. I do want to take this time to mention that the next few months, very big in the competitive Madden Championship Series. A few weeks ago, we saw Skimbo go back-to-back.
That's right, back-to-back, 2nd straight year.
You're fired up. And then next up, the Madden Challenge, and it's a $190,000 prize pool, and the ladders to qualify for that tournament now available in MUT draft mode. Exciting things. By the way, do you have a gamer tag, Charlie?
No, I do not have a gamer tag. You must be a good player in order to earn a moniker.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. To give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Complete to Watson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Ready. We're waiting.
Now Breeze again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's 3rd and short.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
We're waiting.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Those really long field goals, when they are made, they are things of beauty, but there is a danger to getting them started, isn't there?
Yeah, with that low drive, you've got to really keep it low to the ground, don't you, to get that distance.
Yeah, hard to just pop it up in the air because otherwise it's not going to get there. So he's got to drive it low in order to have the distance, and that usually puts it in jeopardy, gives him a chance to block it, and everyone knows it on the other side. That's when you get your best jumpers on the other side of the field and try and get up and get it.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. They'll run. It's Stephen Ridley. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. Football going back to the New Orleans Saints. I wanted to ask you, Charles, for the Saints, how you think they stack up against the other teams near the top of the NFC, the Rams, the Bears. Where do you think they figure in?
Well, they can score well enough that if the Rams set a heavy pace, they can go out and they can score with them and stay right there. They have enough defense that if Chicago makes it a low-scoring defensive affair, they got enough defense to win that way. So my answer in short order is they stack up with anyone. In a lot of ways, I think everyone has to figure out they stack up with New Orleans. Because at the end of the day, Drew Brees is calling plays for the New Orleans Saints and throwing the football downfield. He could be the difference in any big game.
And maybe they have a little extra motivation with the way their season ended last year against Minnesota. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now Brees throwing on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Breeze. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On first down, Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Smith. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Ready. Yellow lady. Clear shot.
Again, it's Breeze. And that's incomplete. Ben Watson was the intended target, the tight end. And it's 3rd and 4.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
The Saints on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Breeze to throw again. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Over the middle to Smith. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Breeze now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier. And this time, there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They start with a give to counter. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. The return man is Hill. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, you got the ready. You ready?
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Ready. You ready?
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Ready. You ready?
From the gun, it's Breeze. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Finds his man, Watson, over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Ready. Ready.
Here's Breeze to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Watch 10. Come on, watch 10. Ready. You ready? You inside.
To throw is Breeze. Thomas has got it, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Ready. You ready?
Now Breeze. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Breeze. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Josh Hill from 4 yards out. And the Saints add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. That time, a 9-play drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On second down, Roethlisberger trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. And here's Lewis. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. Last drive, surgeon-like, dare I say, 7 for 7. That'll help your QB rating.
It will indeed, won't it? Can you figure out QB rating? Can you do it? Can you do the formula?
No, I just know the higher the number, the better.
Yeah, that's what I've been told,
That's what
too.
I know.
I know that in the NFL, 158.3 is the number they're all trying to get to. I think he was that on that last drive.
So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. T.J. Watt in on the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Ready, yellow.
On second down, here's Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. So he got 3 at one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw, it's Breeze. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Arnold. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Saints on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6.
Ready.
Breeze now to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And now running right through it. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Now Breeze again. His throw incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
The Saints on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Ready. Yellow lady.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. And they'll run it here. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll go on the ground. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers, 40 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point put through by Boswell, and that will get him one closer. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of one, and that'll lead here to a third down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. The Saints on third down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Ready. Yellow lady. Wait, set.
Shotgun now for Brees. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
Ready. Yellow lady. Yellow lady.
From the gun on third down, Brees. And Ginn's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Brees to another long-time vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. On first down, Brees. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
We're waiting.
Breeze now. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Ready. You ready?
Again, they'll throw with Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive.
Ready. You ready?
Again, it's Breeze. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Well, there was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 27. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He goes underneath to Ingram. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Thomas. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Breeze now on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there from 3 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Lutz now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Excellent field position after the face mask penalty. 1st and 10 out near midfield. Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side is complete to Rodgers. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete. When close there, he caught it, just wasn't able to stay in bounds.
And that's where the sideline, it was used as a 12th defender. You know, 11's legal. This one is an imaginary one that my college coach used to call Sammy Sideline. Sammy Sideline can protect you at times. And in this case, that's exactly what he did for the defenders.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. To the right side and complete to Washington. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5. A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So the drive there took 6 plays. And a nice play on the end of it. An 18-yard touchdown run. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Gets around him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. All right, we shift our attention now to Benjamin Watson. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on. Because the sense is that, oh, they go into the half, they just change everything. That's not really true. A Super Bowl winning quarterback out of New York always used to say, you've worked all week on a game plan. There's a reason you have it. Just either play it better or make subtle tweaks to it. Otherwise, there's no sense even going into a ball game. A lot of times that's what they do. Just find a little subtle thing, one little change, and maybe it can make things a little bit better.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On second down, Kamara. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow waiting.
Breeze now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Ready. Waiting.
From the gun, it's Breeze. The open man is Smith. And now they are knocking on the door inside Pittsburgh's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Ingram. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Kamara. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now it's Roethlisberger. Able to shake him off. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Roethlisberger to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Fighting through pressure. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Now they go screen. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give them 5 on the screenplay, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Then to throw again. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And Boswell's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And this is going to be recovered by the hand team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And the Steelers signal for another timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Drew Brees with a kneel down, and that ought to do it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.